chosen one. Brace yourself. A powerful person is about to make you an insane offer. Beloved soul, listen closely with a calm heart and an open spirit. Because what is unfolding in this moment carries a deep and precious meaning for your life. This is not an ordinary moment that can be ignored or forgotten. And there is something within these words that may touch your heart in a way you did not expect. There are times when heaven whispers quietly to the human heart, and those moments hold blessings that many people overlook while they rush through their days. This is one of those moments, and the reason you are here right now is not a coincidence, but a gentle alignment guided by the loving hand of God. Remain here with patience and attention, because a message of hope, favor, and divine opportunity is being unfolded before you. Type 2323 if you agree. There are seasons in life when the heart grows weary from waiting, when the road feels longer than expected, and when faith must carry the weight of silent nights and uncertain mornings. Yet even during those quiet seasons, God continues working behind the curtain of the unseen world, arranging people, moments, and doors that will open at exactly the right time. What appears to be ordinary movement in life often carries extraordinary purpose, designed by divine wisdom. Within the next moments of this story, a truth will slowly become clear to the soul that is willing to listen with trust and humility. The words you are hearing today carry warmth, reassurance, and a quiet promise that heaven has not forgotten the faithful heart that continues to believe in goodness and grace. There are blessings prepared for those who walk with patience, and sometimes those blessings arrive through unexpected people and surprising opportunities. Before this journey continues further, take one simple moment to gently support this channel by pressing the like button, because this small action helps spread hope, faith, and encouragement to many other hearts that may need comfort today. The path that God prepares for a chosen heart is rarely loud or dramatic at the beginning. Instead, it often begins softly, like the first light of morning, slowly touching the quiet hills before the world fully awakens. In the same way, the blessings God prepares often approach quietly before they suddenly reveal their full beauty and power. Type Amen if you believe. There are moments when God places someone along your path who carries the ability to change the direction of your journey. This person may not appear extraordinary at first glance, and their arrival may seem simple or ordinary to the outside world. Yet behind their presence stands a purpose that has been carefully arranged by the wisdom of heaven. The message carried within the topic before you speaks about a powerful person who is about to make an incredible offer. The meaning behind these words is deeper than wealth, status, or worldly advantage. The true power behind this moment lies in the divine connection that God forms between people when the time for transformation has finally arrived. In the quiet places of heaven, where God's plans unfold with perfect timing, the story of every faithful soul is written with care and intention. Every struggle you have endured has not been wasted, and every tear that once fell during lonely nights has been seen by the loving eyes of God. These experiences have shaped your spirit, strengthened your patience, and prepared your heart for the moment when something unexpected will finally appear. The world often believes that success comes only through endless striving, competition, and noise. Yet the kingdom of God often works in a different rhythm, one that flows with peace, patience, and divine guidance. The blessings that truly transform a life often arrive quietly, wrapped in humility, rather than loud celebration. The offer mentioned in this message is not merely about receiving something material or temporary. It symbolizes the moment when God opens a door that once seemed impossible to reach. It represents the season when your faith begins to bear visible fruit, and when the long journey of waiting finally meets the gentle sunrise of fulfillment. Many people spend years hoping for a sign that their prayers have been heard. They long for reassurance that their trust in God's goodness has not been misplaced. When that reassurance finally arrives, it often appears through people who carry kindness, generosity, and opportunity within their hearts. The powerful person described in this story is not powerful simply because of influence or position in the world. Their true strength comes from the role they unknowingly play within God's larger plan. They become a bridge between your present circumstances and the new season that heaven has prepared for you. This moment is not meant to create pride or arrogance in the heart. Instead, it is meant to remind you that God often uses unexpected connections to lift those who have remained faithful during seasons of quiet perseverance. The offer that is approaching carries the fragrance of grace rather than the weight of human ambition. When heaven begins to move on behalf of a chosen soul, events begin aligning in ways that cannot be fully explained by human understanding. Conversations happen at the right time, opportunities appear in unexpected places, and people arrive with the ability to open doors that once seemed firmly closed. This is how divine favor often unfolds. It moves gently yet powerfully, like a river flowing steadily through the valleys of life, until it reaches the fields that have been waiting for water. The blessings of God rarely rush with chaos or confusion. They arrive with calm certainty and quiet strength. You may have walked through seasons when it felt as though your efforts were unseen and your prayers were unheard. Yet the truth held within the heart of God is very different from the doubts that sometimes visit the human mind. Every step you have taken with sincerity has been part of a larger preparation. A newly revealed 7-second brainwave method, backed by neuroscience and once hidden in classified documents, is helping thousands activate their brain's wealth setting. People refer to it as the money magnet sound because of how quickly it appears to attract abundance. Click the link in the description and comments below to awaken the prosperity already within you. God often prepares the heart before revealing the blessing. The seasons of waiting refine patience, deepen humility, and build the kind of character that can carry greater responsibility without losing kindness. When the right moment arrives, the blessing does not overwhelm the soul because the soul has already been strengthened through faith. The powerful person who is approaching your story represents more than a simple encounter. Their presence marks the beginning of a new chapter, where hope begins to grow again and possibilities begin to unfold with renewed light. This encounter will remind you that God has many ways of answering prayers. Sometimes the answer comes as peace within the heart. Sometimes it arrives as healing after a difficult season. And sometimes it comes through the hands of another human being who carries the ability to open a door that leads to unexpected opportunity. The message you are hearing today invites your heart to remain calm, humble, and grateful as life continues unfolding around you. The blessings prepared by God are not meant to create fear or confusion. They are meant to restore confidence in the goodness that still exists within the world. As the story continues to unfold, the deeper meaning behind the approaching offer will become clearer. It will reveal that the true miracle within this moment is not simply the opportunity itself, but the reminder that God still watches over those who walk in faith, kindness, and trust. The quiet movement of God's grace often begins long before the human heart becomes aware of it. And this next moment of reflection carries a gentle reminder that heaven has never stopped guiding your steps. Every season you have walked through, including the difficult paths that once seemed confusing and lonely, has slowly shaped the story that now begins to unfold with new light. The promise, hidden inside the words you heard earlier, continues to grow with meaning because the approaching opportunity carries the fingerprints of divine timing rather than the hurried plans of the world. When God prepares a blessing for a chosen heart, He also prepares the environment, the people, and the exact moment when everything begins to align with peaceful certainty. There are many people who walk through life believing that their struggles have been invisible, as though the quiet battles they fought inside their hearts were never noticed by anyone. Yet heaven does not overlook the silent strength that grows within a faithful soul. The long nights of patience, the days when hope felt fragile, yet still survived, And the moments when kindness was chosen, even while facing disappointment, have all been carefully recorded within the loving memory of God. These experiences were never wasted chapters in your life story, because they quietly prepared you for a moment that now begins to move closer with gentle purpose. Type 1212 if you walk by faith. When a powerful person appears along the path of someone who has remained faithful, the meaning behind that encounter often reaches deeper than human understanding can fully explain. It is not merely about position, wealth, or influence. The deeper meaning rests in the way God sometimes chooses individuals to become instruments of blessing for others, who have endured seasons of waiting and perseverance. The person who is approaching your story carries a role that may seem ordinary on the surface, yet their presence is connected to something that has been unfolding quietly within God's plan. Life often teaches people to expect loud announcements and dramatic signals whenever something important is about to happen, yet the work of God often arrives in a quieter and more peaceful way. A conversation that seems simple can hold the beginning of a new direction. A meeting that appears ordinary can become the doorway through which unexpected opportunities begin to flow. What may look small to the outside world can carry extraordinary meaning when it is guided by divine purpose. There is a beautiful mystery in the way heaven prepares blessings for those who continue walking forward with faith, even when the path seems uncertain. God sees the sincerity of the heart that refuses to give up hope, and he honors that sincerity by slowly arranging the moments that will restore confidence and joy. Sometimes, the answer to long-held prayers does not arrive as a sudden miracle from the sky, but through the kindness, generosity, or recognition offered by another human being. The powerful person mentioned earlier may not fully understand the role they are about to play in your story. From their perspective, the offer they extend may feel like a simple act of opportunity, encouragement, or support. Yet behind that moment stands a deeper purpose guided by the wisdom of God. Their presence becomes part of the bridge that leads you toward a new season of growth, stability, and possibility. This moment also carries an important reminder about humility and gratitude. When blessings begin to appear after long seasons of waiting, the heart must remain anchored in the same faith and kindness that carried it through the difficult days. The goodness that God pours into your life is never meant to create pride or distance from others. Instead, it is meant to strengthen compassion, generosity, and the desire to uplift other people who may still be walking through their own seasons of struggle. Type yes to affirm. The approaching offer may bring opportunities that once seemed far beyond reach. It may introduce new pathways, new connections, or new responsibilities that opened doors you once believed were permanently closed. Yet the most beautiful part of this moment is not simply the opportunity itself. The true beauty lies in the reminder that God never abandoned the story of your life, even during the seasons when hope felt fragile and distant. There is a peaceful strength that grows inside the heart when someone realizes that divine guidance has been quietly working behind the scenes all along. Every unexpected delay, every closed door that once caused confusion, and every detour that seemed frustrating now begins to reveal its deeper purpose. Those moments were not meant to block your future, but to guide you toward the exact place where your blessings could safely grow. A 7-second brainwave practice, once reserved for select circles and concealed in classified files, has now been made public, and many describe it as the 30-second miracle. Experts say it awakens a dormant brain center connected to wealth and blessings. Click the link in the comments below before it is taken down from the internet again. God often delays certain opportunities because the right people have not yet arrived or the right circumstances have not yet formed. The waiting season becomes a time of preparation where patience grows stronger and the heart learns to trust even without seeing the full picture. When the moment finally arrives, the blessing fits perfectly within the life that has been shaped through perseverance. The powerful person who enters your journey soon may carry resources, influence, or wisdom that can open new possibilities. Yet what truly matters is the divine alignment that connects their path with yours. God brings people together at the right time for reasons that extend far beyond what the human mind can immediately understand. In this new chapter that begins to unfold, your role remains simple and beautiful. Continue walking with faith, humility, and gratitude. Allow your heart to remain calm rather than anxious, because the blessings that come from God never demand fear or pressure. They arrive with a sense of peace that reassures the soul and strengthens hope for the future. There will always be voices in the world that encourage doubt, comparison, or impatience. Yet the chosen soul learns to listen instead for the quiet guidance of God's presence. That gentle guidance leads toward opportunities that nurture growth rather than confusion. It leads toward connections that build strength rather than draining the spirit. The offer approaching your life represents a doorway that has been prepared with care and intention. Walking through that doorway does not require perfection or extraordinary talent. It requires a heart that remains willing to trust God's direction, even while stepping into unfamiliar territory. Your story continues to unfold with grace, and the coming moments will reveal how beautifully God can transform the long seasons of waiting into seasons filled with new hope and purpose. The powerful person who appears along your path is simply one piece of the larger masterpiece that heaven has been quietly painting throughout your life. This piece does not come from sudden excitement or loud celebration, but from the deep awareness that heaven has been guiding every step, even when the road seemed unclear. The story unfolding around you now carries that quiet reassurance, because the approaching opportunity is not an accident, but part of a carefully prepared path shaped by divine love and wisdom. Many people spend years believing that their efforts and patience are unnoticed by the world. Yet the truth within God's kingdom is very different from what human eyes can see. The faithful heart that continues to trust God during difficult seasons becomes stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. These qualities grow quietly, like seeds planted beneath the soil, slowly developing roots that will one day support something beautiful and strong. When the right season arrives, those seeds rise into the light and begin to show the world the hidden growth that has been taking place all along. Type 1111 if you trust in God. The powerful person mentioned earlier represents more than a single encounter or a temporary opportunity. Their role is connected to the unfolding of a new chapter that God has prepared with great care. Sometimes heaven chooses individuals who possess influence, knowledge, or resources to become instruments through which blessings flow into the lives of others. These people may not even realize that their actions are part of a larger plan designed by God's loving hand. When such a moment approaches, the chosen heart often feels a quiet stirring within the soul. It feels like a gentle awareness that something new is drawing closer, even though the full picture has not yet become visible. This awareness does not create fear or pressure. Instead, it brings a sense of calm anticipation, like the feeling of watching the first light of dawn slowly appear over the horizon after a long and quiet night. God often works through relationships and connections because human lives are meant to touch and uplift one another. The blessings that arrive through another person carry a special beauty because they remind us that kindness and generosity still exist within the world. When someone extends an opportunity, encouragement, or support, they become part of a chain of grace that spreads from one life to another. The powerful person who is about to make an incredible offer may have spent years walking their own journey of growth and experience. Their story has likely been shaped by lessons, challenges, and victories that prepared them to recognize potential in others. God often places wisdom in the hearts of people who have traveled difficult roads, allowing them to see possibilities that others might overlook. This meeting of paths becomes meaningful because both lives have been shaped in ways that now allow them to support each other's purpose. One person carries the opportunity, while the other carries the readiness to step into a new season. When these two journeys meet at the right moment, the result can open doors that once seemed impossible to reach. Type 1919 to receive miracles. The offer itself may appear surprising when it first arrives because it may come in a form you did not expect or imagine. Many blessings from God arrive quietly rather than dramatically, and their full impact only becomes clear with time. What matters most is not the size or appearance of the opportunity, but the peace and alignment that accompany it. God never leads his children toward paths that steal their peace or weaken their spirit. The opportunities that come from divine guidance carry a sense of calm assurance. Even when they introduce new responsibilities or challenges, they also bring strength, clarity, and a feeling that the path ahead holds meaning and purpose. There is also an important truth hidden within this moment of transition. When God begins opening doors, the heart must remain grounded in humility and gratitude. The blessing is not meant to elevate one person above others, but to remind them that everything they receive has come through grace. The same kindness that lifted them must now flow outward to others who may still be waiting for their own moment of encouragement. The chosen soul understands that blessings carry responsibility as well as joy. When new opportunities appear, they become chances to grow in wisdom, compassion, and service. The goodness that enters your life becomes a light that can help guide others who are still walking through darker seasons. A rare 7-second morning ritual previously hidden in classified documents is re-emerging, and people are already sharing accounts of swift financial advancement. It takes almost no time, yet it triggers a dormant wealth switch in the brain that most people never use. Click the link in the description and comments now to access it before it vanishes. As the days move forward and the story continues to unfold, you may begin to notice small signs of change around you. Conversations may open new possibilities. Ideas may begin forming with greater clarity, and doors that once seemed closed may slowly begin to open. These moments are often the first gentle waves of the blessing that God has prepared. Patience remains important, even when signs of progress appear, because the unfolding of divine plans happens step by step rather than all at once. The human heart often wishes to see everything immediately, yet God's wisdom prefers steady growth that builds lasting strength and stability. The powerful person who enters your life soon may bring guidance, encouragement, or opportunities that help you move toward the next stage of your journey. Their presence is not meant to replace your faith or independence, but to support the direction that God has already been guiding you toward. The deeper meaning behind this encounter is a reminder that God never wastes the experiences of those who trust him. Every challenge you faced in the past has prepared you to appreciate and steward the blessings that now begin to appear. The patience you developed will help you remain steady, and the compassion you gained will help you treat others with kindness as your journey continues. There is a quiet beauty in realizing that the seasons of waiting were never empty after all. They were times when God was shaping your character, strengthening your faith, and preparing the environment around you so that your next chapter could unfold with purpose and stability. The offer that approaches your life is not simply an event that will pass quickly. It is a doorway into a season where hope grows stronger and where your efforts begin to produce meaningful fruit. Walking through that doorway will require courage and faith. Yet those qualities have already been growing within your heart throughout the years you have spent trusting God's guidance. The path ahead will still hold lessons and challenges, because growth is part of every meaningful journey. Yet, the difference now is that you are stepping forward with greater confidence in the knowledge that God continues guiding your life with patience, wisdom, and endless love. What is unfolding now in your story is a reminder that heaven has been guiding every step with loving attention. The approaching moment carries meaning that was prepared long ago, even before you fully understood why certain seasons felt so long and challenging. When God prepares a blessing for a chosen heart, the preparation happens in ways that the human eye cannot always see immediately. Situations slowly align. People are positioned in unexpected places, and opportunities quietly begin forming beneath the surface of everyday life. These movements may seem small at first, yet each one becomes a piece of the greater picture that heaven has been designing with care. The powerful person who is about to enter your journey represents one of those carefully placed pieces. Their presence is not random, and their offer will reflect the quiet work God has been doing behind the scenes. Type 2020 to claim miracles. The journey that brought you here was never meant to be rushed. Every lesson, every disappointment, and every quiet victory shaped the strength that now lives within your spirit. When a person experiences both struggle and hope, they develop a deeper compassion for others and a stronger appreciation for the blessings that eventually arrive. God often allows his children to walk through seasons of preparation so that when the moment of opportunity comes, they are ready to receive it with humility and wisdom. The powerful individual who is approaching your life carries a role that may change the direction of your journey in ways you could not have imagined before. This person may possess resources, connections, or influence that allow doors to open more easily than before. Yet the most important part of this encounter is not the influence they carry, but the divine purpose that stands behind their actions. God sometimes uses people as instruments of encouragement and opportunity for those who have remained faithful during long seasons of waiting. In the world, people often associate power with control, authority, but the power that comes through God's plan carries a different meaning. It is the power to uplift someone who has struggled quietly. It is the power to recognize goodness where others might overlook it. It is the power to extend kindness and opportunity to someone whose perseverance deserves to be seen and supported. When this powerful person presents the offer that has been prepared for you, it may feel surprising at first. The human heart sometimes struggles to accept unexpected favor because past disappointments have created caution and uncertainty. Yet the peace that accompanies God's blessings will slowly reassure your spirit that the moment is genuine and aligned with the path heaven has prepared for you. Type 666 if you trust Jesus. The offer itself may come in many forms. It may involve a new opportunity, a partnership, guidance, or support that opens doors you once believed were far beyond your reach. What matters most is the sense of peace that will accompany it. God's guidance never pushes a soul into confusion or fear. Instead, it gently leads forward with clarity and calm confidence. As this new chapter begins to unfold, your role remains beautifully simple. Continue walking with the same humility and faith that carried you through the earlier seasons of your journey. The strength you built during difficult times will help you navigate the opportunities that now appear before you. Your patience will allow you to make wise decisions, and your compassion will help you treat others with the same kindness that God has shown you. The blessing approaching your life also carries a deeper purpose that extends beyond your personal success or progress. When God lifts someone into a new season of opportunity, it often allows that person to become a source of encouragement for others. The experiences you have gained through your struggles can become wisdom that guides people who are still walking through their own challenges. What if abundance had always been influenced by a hidden brain signal buried in classified records and never fully disclosed to the public? This frequency is now creating new pathways, attracting opportunities, and reshaping lives faster than expected. Thousands are already using it to draw wealth like never before. Click the link in the description and comments now and activate the money-attracting brainwave today. Life becomes more meaningful when blessings are shared with generosity and love. The doors that open for you today may allow you to support someone else tomorrow. In this way, the goodness of God continues spreading from one life to another, creating a chain of kindness that reaches far beyond what one person could accomplish alone. As the story continues unfolding, you may begin to recognize small signs that confirm the direction your journey is taking. Conversations may suddenly lead to unexpected possibilities. People may appear who offer insight, encouragement, or assistance at just the right moment. These moments are gentle reminders that God continues guiding your steps with quiet wisdom. Even while blessings begin appearing, patience remains an important companion on your journey. Some opportunities grow gradually rather than instantly. They develop step by step, allowing you to learn, adapt, and strengthen your abilities along the way. This steady growth helps ensure that the blessing becomes stable and lasting rather than temporary. The powerful person who enters your life will become one part of a larger story that God has been writing for years. Their presence will help illuminate a path that leads toward new purpose, new possibilities, and renewed hope. Yet the foundation of that path remains the faith that has already been living inside your heart. God never forgets the faithful soul that continues trusting, even when answers are delayed. The waiting seasons were not empty spaces in your story. They were chapters filled with preparation, growth, and quiet transformation. Those experiences built the character and wisdom that now allow you to walk confidently into the opportunities being placed before you. The offer that approaches your life represents more than a single moment of change. It marks the beginning of a season where your perseverance begins to bear visible fruit. The patience you carried through difficult times now becomes the strength that supports your next steps forward. As you continue walking through this unfolding chapter, remember that every blessing carries the gentle reminder of God's constant presence. His guidance remains with you in every decision, every opportunity, and every connection that forms along the path ahead. When heaven prepares a turning point in someone's life, it rarely begins with loud signs or dramatic announcements. Instead, it begins with subtle movements that slowly reveal the careful work of God's love. Circumstances begin aligning in ways that once seemed unlikely. The right people appear along the path at exactly the moment when encouragement or opportunity is needed most. These quiet alignments are not accidents. They are signs that God's plan is unfolding with perfect timing. Type yes to affirm. The powerful person who is about to step into your story represents one of those carefully arranged connections.